Okay, YouTube. 3, 2, 1. Okay, live on YouTube.
Yes, send me that link, please.
Good. YouTube. Send you this link. How do I do that? I don't think there is a link. You know what? I will. I'm pretty sure it's live on the page. So hang on. I'll send this to you.
Okay. Okay, I got your page. Oh,
YouTube.com/ at the hour of power. Okay. So if you go there. Oh, God, I'm glad I didn't send that. Okay, here you go. So that's the link to the page. I think if you go to the
yeah.
page, it'll be live.
Okay. Yeah.
What's the matter with this thing? Oh, I sent like 4 links. Okay, live on YouTube, live on Facebook, live on Twitch. What's next? Let's go Instagram. Okay, live on IG. And last but not Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Live on X.
Nice.
Okay, top post on X. Okay, see you in 5 minutes. Come on, X, where are you? Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Where is the show? Do you see the post on X?
Yes.
Okay. Not coming on my page. Okay. X, you never disappoint. Good evening, X.
turn the lights down low. Come right on over here to me. I know you don't want no commitments, baby. I just wanna set your body free. And I don't care what's going on in the night outside my door. I just wanna get your head right, baby. Give you all the love I got for sure. So baby, if you've got that feeling, you know I wanna give you that midnight healing. Oh, I just wanna make love to you all night long. Midnight healing, baby. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about now.
All right, what's good, y'all? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the show. Give me a second while I get everything set here. Okay. All right. Check, check one. Check, check two. Okay. Make sure we're in focus. Oh, let me switch that. All right, there we go. This is right. Everything's right. Okay. 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 All right. All right. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the show. Just want to do a quick audio check. Make sure everything's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I want to welcome everybody to the show tonight. Let's see if I could get this to sit here. Otherwise, I'm going to have to turn off the fan. All right. Welcome to the Hour Power, y'all. We're doing things a little different. This would normally be an HOPE show, but it just so happens that we're doing HOPE on a Monday night because the time difference seems to work out. Okay. I'm going to have to shut off the fan. Sit here with Mr. Palometta. Thank you very much. All right. Tonight's guest, you guys first had a chance to see her on, hang on, 9:20. Okay. Tonight's guest, you first had a chance to see her and meet her on a community show. But oddly enough, strangely enough, and she was at NFT NYC. I got a chance to meet her and check out her art exhibit at NFT NYC at Cowboy Tom's. as well as uh, spend some time, got a chance to hang out with her and meet her. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on Ebabur. Let's bring her up right now, and let's start the show. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go light me up. There we go. All right. Hang on, not yet, not yet. Don't say hi yet. I still got my tag hanging on my shirt. All right, Ebabur, say hello to everybody.
Hello! So nice to see you all here. I'm Ebabur. Hi.
All right, Ebabur, welcome to the hour. Well, I should say welcome back to the Hour of Power. Uh, nice to have you on. Got a chance to. I think I'm gonna have to shut my fan off because I don't think this is gonna work. And I wanted to keep your art here with Mr. Palometta. Um, but I don't think this is gonna work. Either that or I gotta turn my fan off. All right, welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show. We first had a chance to meet you on a community show for Linked by Art. But we only really got a chance to get to know you for 15 minutes, and then that was it. But tonight, we get a chance to talk to you and meet you for 2 hours. So, welcome to HOP. We're gonna start. We're gonna start off the same exact way we started off with the show for the community show, except this time we really don't have to rush, and you can take as much time as you want. Ebabur, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody and talk a little bit about yourself and your art, and give everybody a brief introduction to who you are. So why don't you take it from here?
Hello, everyone. I'm Ebabur. I'm based in Siberia, Russia, so we're like across the globe from each other now. It's morning for me, 12th already, so I'm from the future. I'm an artist, an award-winning artist. I have over 90 exhibitions total behind my back, and I started to exhibit more than like 23 years ago, I think. I'm winner of the Russian Art Week in Moscow, 4 times winner over there, 3 times winner in St. Petersburg Art Week, which is also like a huge event over there, Web3 Art Award winner. My art was sent to the moon. And I'm also a musician, songwriter, singer. I started to do that not that long ago. 4 years ago, I started to sing. 2 years ago, I picked a guitar, started to play it from zero. And right now, I already wrote over 30 songs of my own, collaborating with musicians all over the world, releasing my songs on all musical platforms. So I'm a happy person, and I want everyone to become happier. That's my that's my purpose on this planet, I would say.
Okay. So Ebabur, everywhere I went at NFT NYC, somehow I bumped into you, and every place I was, you were jumping up and down, you were singing, you were on stage, you were. I'd say and it's funny because I believe it was it songs? I think it was songs. Eden, songs of Eden, and we were in a space, and he was like, "Do you know that Ebabur is in New York and she's looking for people to hang out for NFT NYC?" And I said, I thought I saw something on her page, but once he reminded you, I was like, no, but I'll keep an eye out for her. I'll make sure I say hello. But I didn't need to really look for you because you were everywhere. And not only were you everywhere, but you seemed to be a big fan favorite. You had you just you knew everybody. And I would imagine that all those relationships were formed through X and X spaces. But before we get to that, what was a baby Ebabor like? Like, so when you were younger, your parents, were you into art back then? Were you were you surround? Did you have art around you? Was there art in your family? Or I'm curious. What it was like as a child, baby Ebabor. Can you tell me a little bit about what you were like when you were younger?
Well, as a kid, I've always liked to like draw, to don't do something like sculpt something, but I never actually got any education in that area. We didn't have, I don't know, an art school nearby. Anyways, like parents never gave that to me. My parents were very educated people in terms of my father was got a degree in physics, my mom in biology. So they both worked in geophysics, studying like the earthquakes, the movement of Earth. And my dad was like a very, very smart person. So they, of course, gave a lot of that to me and my sister. And I went to math. I went to a math university, and only after I was there already in the university, that's when I started to to get into art. That's when I started to draw, to paint. That's when I actually met some people who led me into that, some artists and some other people who just I started to go to some classes. Me and my sister, we both kind of were interested in that. So we together agreed just to that was like a kids art school where like kids go before, like while they're still in school. But I was already in the university. So uh, it was a personal agreement with the director of that school that me and her could come there anytime, attend any class and just paint with them, draw with them, sculpt with them, do whatever. So after my math classes, we went to that school. We spent hours and hours there, educating ourselves, talking to these teachers, talking to artists, going to plein airs with them. And when you kind of like something, when you want to educate yourself in something, the progress goes much faster than when it's set from above by like your parents or anyone. So I would say that it gave me like a big kick, start off kick. And then I started to exhibit and like a long time ago. And then it went after graduating, getting master's degree in math. I went to web design, which is very close to art, also making illustrations, making websites, and that's how it all started. um, so uh, music, as for music, I went to like a piano, started to like learn piano and learned it like for 3 years until we moved to another place and like never touched it again, never played guitar, never played nothing. So just I would say I started from scratch. Almost.
Okay. So both parents are scientists, huh?
Yep. And what I would say, like my mom started to paint together with us, and now she's a great painter as well. So she started after her 40s. Isn't that fancy?
Okay. So question. I'm curious because now it sounds like they're how did they take you transitioning to an artist? Were they all right with it? I mean, I would imagine that very bright people. So, um, were they worried about the success within the art world with you, or yeah, what were their thoughts when you told them that you're focusing on art?
Well, I started to make web design, got a good job. I was like a head web designer in a good company, so they were proud of me, I would say.
All right. Okay. Now, do you still do web design, Ebabur?
I dropped it in the purpose of art and music. Uh,
All right.
yeah.
Was that I mean, yeah, I would imagine you'd have to be very confident um to leave a probably very stable position and stable paycheck and take a risk on everything. But what I would like to ask is when you actually decided you were gonna, how did the art thing start? I mean, was it the NFT? I mean, how did you start? Was it something that started before NFTs or
Of course, yes.
okay? So
Yes.
when you stumbled onto NFTs, how did that whole thing happen? Or I should say, you know what? What were you doing before NFTs? Like, how did you start up with the art? Was it the music first? Was it the painting first?
Yeah, of course, paintings like drawings, ceramics, all of that was long before NFTs. As I said, like I started to exhibit more than 23 years ago, and the exhibitions, like on solo exhibitions, you get sales, people buy your art, and on group exhibitions as well. So you get an exposure, and I started to collaborate with a brand who is making clothes with my art, the one you got on yourself, the one I got on myself. um, yeah, us artists, we always try to find the ways to get some more exposure. And whenever I discovered NFT, it was like, wow, I can exposure my art to the whole world without like really like a too big of an effort. You just mint your art and you find collectors all over the world. So right now at this moment, I've got I think more than 500 like collectors all over the world, which is quite amazing because uh, when you exhibit in real life, you put a lot of effort, you put a lot of money, and it's hard to attract people because people need to actually come over there to see it. Even if they live in the same city with you, they can live far away. It can be like a frosty weather, like or a rainy weather. So it takes much more effort for them than to for people to come online, see what you've got, um, connect to you, and yeah, a lot of them collected my art, which was like pretty incredible. How technologies nowadays allow people to connect. Yeah, that's amazing. I think like all artists should kind of not limit themselves to like a physical, digital, like do everything.
So, um, before NFTs happened, which I want to get to that digital art collectibles happened, and the whole NFT world, I guess, stumbled upon it. It sounds like even 23 years back. What I'm curious about is even back then, was it just art? I mean, what was it just you tinkering around with art, or was there any influences that you had paid attention to when that inspired you to start creating art, or was it just you creating and then eventually finding a style and then because it sounds like you did a lot of work with physicals, not so much digital. And where this world is more digital, you're obviously more physical. I mean, I had a chance to see a lot of your canvas work, larger canvases, smaller canvases, especially at your exhibition at Cowboy Tom's, um, where, if I remember correctly, you had painted these things here. You actually created you didn't travel with the artworks. You created the artworks here for the exhibition. And I have to imagine that I would imagine that was a lot of work to do, because when most artists have exhibitions, they usually roll up their canvases and bring them with them. But you didn't make that choice. You actually made that choice to bring them here. You actually made the choice to come here and then create here and then exhibit them here. So, how did the whole art thing start?
You're actually right. I think that it started like the sparks were got like from artists outside, and it's a very strong power. Like meeting some artists, already stable artists, and they kind of enlighten you, and you see them, you see that spark in their eyes, you get it, and you start to create as well. So that influenced me a lot, like meeting some of like great artists and working together with them, like as I said, like going to plein airs with them and just like talking to them. It's a very powerful thing to just like people to people interaction is always like the best, that. And then it started, and skills they get like through these years, you get like those skills, because like first of all I started more with like flowers, landscapes. Later on, I taught myself a lot of like I wanted to draw people, and I started to study all this like anatomy. I read this anatomy books. It's not that I'm following it. I don't want to follow it. I don't want like my style is more of an abstract, but I had to make that self education just to get it in my mind, so I can kind of uh, break the rules, knowing the rules. And right now, what I try to do also in my life, I try to do live art shows when I, for example, make a canvas during my concert. And that's something I think that like I'm the only one in the world is doing. um, the last show I did, there was like art hanging on the walls, so it was also an exhibition. Um, I painted the canvas during the show, so I was like putting a layer of paints. While that, my songs were playing, and my music always goes with my art. So the art dedicated to that song was playing on the screen. It was either animation or the process of creation of that work. And when I finished a layer, I took the guitar and played it, played my songs, sang, and then going back and forth to canvas to guitar. It was pretty unique experience when I, like a multifaceted thing, when I get all senses dipped into this journey, musical journey. Mm, And I got very good feedbacks from those shows. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'll be for sure doing more, and hopefully in the US more as well. So hopefully you'll get to visit some of those in like in real life. And that's why like my skills allow me to do things uh, live with people watching, do it like fast. I don't spend like weeks on one art, uh, even though like I can get the ideas, and ideas can be in my head for a long time before I put them into the canvas. But that's why I was able to actually make the amount of work that I've done in the US. I've been there for 2 months and got all those arts, all those artworks ready for the exhibition. So yeah.
You have a very interesting style. Um, I I I I feel like you see it very clearly, but when you look at it, if you're not really, if I feel like if you with some of your works, I feel like if you look at it too quickly, or someone who's, let's just say, not paying attention glances at it, it could almost come off as a bit abstract. But then when you look at it and you study it, you start to see the people and you start to see, everything start to jump out at you. So I find it to be a very interesting style that you have. Was this always your style, or did your style evolve over time? Like you mentioned, it started off with flowers first, and then kind of did it transition to people? I mean, how long did it take you to kind of develop your style? Because I feel like artists are always evolving, and especially when you see artists evolve, that's an extremely good sign when it comes to an artist, because they'll never get stuck in this one frame of mind. So we might have not even seen your best uh, yet. Probably, from the sounds of it and everything that we've seen, still evolving. But how did your art style evolve over the years?
Yeah, you are absolutely right. It's like the process, constant process, never-ending process, always evolving, always, I would say, like growing. And right now, even though you can distinguish my style, I have different, I would say, collections, series of works that are within this series. They are more of the same style, but this collection might differ from the other ones, even though like it's everything Ebabur, that one is Ebabur, that one is Ebabur, but they can be different. And that's what I love to do, to work in this series. And you can do within one series, you can do something that you will not do with another series. And that allows you, that gives you a space to experiment with each of the new series. And even though you make it differently, you still make it within one style, so it makes you look like professional, consistent. So yeah, that's what I do it. And every time I do such a thing, you add something new to it. And that's how the style actually evolves. You try new things, you try new technologies. Um, so as you said, I started with physical. At some point, I got an iPad and I started to do digital art. And it also different. It adds something else to your style. So um, yeah, it's a very interesting journey when you try something, you see what works out, what doesn't work, you start to like some things, you start to implement them more. So it's a constant process, never ending. I'm just excited wherever it will take me.
I noticed, especially from the files you sent, that we're going to show a little bit later in the show. But it's starting from physical, um, and then transitioning to digital, and now even animation. Right? Yeah, you have animations going on as well, which I have yet to see. I've mostly seen your physical works, but now I'm gonna get to even learn about your digital and your digital animations as well. Um, yeah, question. When did the digital come into play? Did the NFT world have anything to do with that, or did you feel like you were gonna do digital before, and then or did you see something that inspired you to do digital, or was it the introduction of the NFT world, which a lot of times people look for digital files and digital art? How did the iPad come into play?
Well, at first, you remember, I was in design, so I did a lot of digital illustrations already, and kind of it became more artistic from time to time. You start to like put more style into it, your own style into it, and it's very like they blend into each other. At some point, I got. Um, what do you call it when you like draw like a panel and it appears on screen. But then I actually got the iPad and it was much easier to implement my ideas over there. Before that, I started to, like, I was doing some outlines with ink and then scanning it, put it into a computer. So I did already also like things like that. But after I got iPad, it was like so easy to just draw on it, and like a whole new era started. It was all before NFTs. And I would say that NFTs, like you can go physical and do NFTs as well, just with photographs of your work. So it's not that like you have to do it in a digital way. So open to all artists.
When you so I got so many questions. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna weave them all in. Um, uh, gotta I gotta
I'm
figure.
excited.
I got questions about the collectors. I don't want to forget about that because I want to talk about collectors and your process of acquiring collectors. That's a big interest that I think would make very good for conversation. Um, but not only that, it sounds like you were also doing art while you were working in the I'm gonna say we'll call it corporate world or advertise. Was it advertising that you did when you were doing web design, and then also it sounds like graphic design?
Yeah, graphic design, branding, that's what I actually like the most. So, yeah, all those styles, identity styles for companies, and yeah, some advertising as well, but mostly like websites. It was the era before all those templates, template websites were starting, so we were doing everything custom at that point. From other point, it was like more of a branding, the areas that still required some custom work. Yeah.
And what logo work? It's interesting because a lot you see a pattern with a lot of artists who happen to be in advertising or were in advertising or actually are still are in graphic design. Quite a few artists in this space also have um, branding, advertising, and graphic design firms. I know Josh Usapata. Acid also worked in advertising. Did you find yourself? I mean, obviously you were applying your art style, but did you find yourself cultivating your style? Yeah, were you cultivating your style of art, and were you still doing art in the meantime, or were you focused more on work? I mean, it doesn't sound like the art ever stopped, but did the art ever conflict with work, or did the work actually help you develop your style?
I would say at some point it was more of a work and not that much time for the art itself. So it was like quite a long period when work overweighted the art creation. But at some point, I just returned it and returned more of art. And with clients, it's not that easy to implement your style into your work. So I would say that's the reason why I actually dropped doing that design stuff, because I just wanted to do what I wanted to do.
You probably didn't like them making changes to your art either.
Yeah, exactly. But lately, like my later projects were like illustrating a book for like an American poetess, or like making branding that is kind of incorporates some illustrations. So I already started to implement a lot of like what I'm doing artistically into the work I do. So even now, I would like, if I had like a project, for example, branding, that people would be like kind of, we are proud that like Ebabur have made this style for us. And there are a lot of artists who do that, and like I see them in like Instagram, Twitter, even like famous brands do some campaigns. They can be like some campaigns for like some side products or for main products, implementing those illustrations from artists, like for example a whole like illustration, and there's like a little Nike logo on a shoe of like that person on that big companies love things like that, and like design for clothes, for Zora, for anything. So if I had projects like that, of course I would take them. So I'm like not saying that I'm like no branding at all. So yeah, I'm open to projects like that. Yeah, so
Of course,
those
yeah.
are interesting.
A lot of times you'll see like they do coffee bags, and they'll have I think Sabet. I don't know if you're familiar with Sabet, but
Yeah.
the coffee brand, and I think they asked Sabet to create a packaging, but not just him. It looked like there were three or four different versions of it, and a lot of times they'll ask an artist to give them a version of some packaging. In which they will accept whatever it is you create, which in my mind is a much better deal than actually trying to create a brand for someone, and they're looking at it and they're like, can you change this, can you move this, can you do this, maybe we could change and now they're actually altering your artwork, opposed to accepting what it is you're submitting as an artist. So two very big differences when it comes to creating art for corporate or branding or branding deal. Where as an artist, they're approaching you because they love your art or they love you as an artist, or you have, or you're doing very well and they know it, and they want to incorporate your art on one of their package designs because they feel like they could tap into your fan base. Um, what about the music? How'd the music happen?
Oh, that's a very good question. Very, like, I would say accidentally, because from the childhood, I've had very, I would say, like a low voice, not low, like quiet voice. And neither, like, none of my surroundings ever thought of me like being like singing or something, doing anything, any of that. Just, it was never an option to me. I never thought about it. And then my friend said, "Oh, I started to attend vocal classes." I'm like, "For what?" She's like, "For myself. I'm enjoying it." I'm like, "Okay, something clicked in my mind. Then another friend saying, "Oh, if I didn't attend those vocal classes, like, what would I be? Like, it changed my life." I'm like, "What?" And like from one side, from another side, and exactly like almost right away, I get that advertisement on Instagram, like free vocal class. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, free. It's free. Why wouldn't I go?" And then it's just, I don't know. It was a life changer. They had in that vocal school. They had a very charismatic and great salesperson, and he's still my friend. I still thank him for like getting me into that, because how he kind of described it to me, and when I understood that it's actually an option for me, that I have a good voice, that you don't need like to scream loud to be a good singer, you know it was a life changer. It was like I bought their course, of course, right away. And I'm still in that school, so I'm still taking classes over there. I'm still like growing as a singer. And it was I don't know, at the first class I understood that I need to write my own songs, because as a creator I cannot like not create. An artist is not the one who can create, is the one who can not create. Oh, they can't live without it. So, and I gave me some time to kind of, I didn't start like making songs right away, even though like in my head I already started to like it to play. And I wrote for the first song, I already wrote a poem to it, like the text. But I gave time for it to kind of to get more skills and singing and stuff like that. And eventually, being on X platform, on Twitter, I started to meet more artists that inspired me even more. When I saw them, I'm like, I want to be like that. I want to be able to come like and sing. And then I started to collaborate with some of them, making music and production, and I could put my like top vocals on it, or starting like vice versa. I had my vocals and everything in my head, and I just send it to them, and they put music to it, and company like produce the song. And that's how I made like my first releases on all music platforms, Spotify and everything, with Sons of Eden. He is the first one I started to collaborate with, a multi-platinum producer, amazing musician from Sweden. The first project we made with him was for some competition for NFT NYC, and it was a great start. His fan base allowed my Spotify blew up from the very start, I would say. So it was a great thing as well. And for later on, we released several NFT collaborations with him, getting a lot of like, I shared my NFT base with him. So it's like collaboration is always a win-win. You bring something to the plate, another person brings something, and it multiplies like tremendously. So it was an amazing experience. Right now I collaborate with like over I don't know, I many producers, many musicians all over the world. I have collaborants, uh, I think over 10 in the US, a couple in Canada, several in Europe, and in Asia one. So it's like people all over the world. It's amazing. Right now we're not limited to anything, and making songs together with other people. At some point, I understood that vocals are good, but I would also want some instrument. So I picked a guitar 2 years ago. I thought like, what would I want to do? Like, yes, I studied piano for 3 years, but for me, especially having already a guitar at my home, laying there on the shelf, uh, for many years, I already had a guitar at home, so it was an easy choice. Like, buy a piano or you already have a guitar. And for me, it seems like it's easier to get some skills on guitar when you can accompany yourself. For me, it seemed like easier than to get like skills on piano. Get those. That's why I picked the guitar. I started to take guitar lessons. I'm still taking guitar lessons eventually from time to time. I changed the teacher because the first one was helping me with like more of a traditional educational style. He gave a really good base for me. But later I found a younger person who's helping me with my music also. So that's a very good thing. I enjoy those as well. So yeah.
And how many songs right now?
Well, I counted, I say like more than 30, but at some point I actually counted how many I've got, considering that some songs are both in Russian and in English. I have some of those. And if you consider those separate, some songs are short ones because like I have making an album of songs that are like, can be 1 minute, some are like half a minute, some are a minute and a half. So like short songs. Counting all of those, there are more than 50, to be honest.
Okay. Um, when did the what? How long ago the singing courses and when did how
four
long?
years ago 4 years
So
ago I started.
50 songs since 4 years ago.
No, songs I started to write later than I like,
Oh,
songs like maybe in 3 years, yeah.
okay, all right. That's that's about 16 songs a year. Not bad. I have problems writing one song. Takes me a year to write one song. Um,
I would say it's maybe my math education that allows me to start new things and like pick on those things quickly, because I have a mindset of a mathematician. I'm like, I can do anything in the world.
Well, I'll tell you this: you've calculated budgets and cost and living, and you've certainly juggled that very well. Not only that, but you managed to kind of make your way. I know the difficulty there is in getting to America, and you certainly figured that out. You got that equation down. But not only that, to travel back and forth, there's funds to live in a different place. You need funds. Also, to raise a family, you need funds, and to make the transition to art, it's not very easy for a lot of people to do. Um, a lot of people have problems when it comes to uh, the, the the actual funding of their lives, but you seem to manage it quite well. And it seems like to me when you make a decision, you're 100% sure about your decision. So to leave the graphic design or the branding behind, um, which might have paid very well, you then had to supplement income in order to survive. Not only survive, but also live as well. So either,
Well, that's well, I can say like a big thank you to my ex-husband who was
okay.
like at that point I didn't have any worries about that because his salary allowed us to to pay the living, travel, and everything. But later on, it's just I got an income of my own. So yeah, that's. But that was a very good start point.
Well, when I don't know how personal I want to get. Was he supportive of the art when you started or when you decided to start creating again?
Well, he was not a big fan of my art, to be honest.
I guess that's
But
why he's an ex. So, um, all right, let's keep moving forward. All
yeah,
right.
I just for those who don't know, I just got divorced. Like I got my documents a couple of weeks ago. Just
Well, okay. So moving forward,
yes.
I don't want to touch on too many. I don't want to touch on too many sore subjects. Cause I kind of got a chance to know your history, as we wandered around New York. Um, so
Great.
it's a very good time. I'm actually glad you got a chance to see New York at night from the edge, cause I missed out on that. But all right. As an artist, you had to supplement income. So you must have had to start doing some calculations and figure out how you're going to supplement this income to survive. Not only survive, but take care of your children as well. And then become successful to the point where, the funding, so at that point, I would imagine that's where you had to say that I'm gonna have to sell. I'm gonna have to get myself involved in sales. I'm gonna have to sell my art. I'm gonna have to make an income off my art. And then going back to the conversation earlier, 500 collectors is that's as bad as that's
Well, some of them are small, like buying something for a couple of dollars. Some of them are bigger. So yeah.
listen. A collector is a collector. Um, Today in today's world, to get anybody to spend money on anything, um, was there a process there? I mean, what was that something in your mind where you were like, I'm gonna, attack it this way? I mean, was it? How did you? Yeah, how did you? Is it? Was it? I'm gonna do a physical show and I'm gonna get my stuff physically in front of people. I'm gonna use the internet. A lot of people see the internet as being an awesome. I see it as being an awesome way of reaching people and making sales. But you mentioned that you were making sales physically in shows as well, showing your art. So, did you see potential in the internet? Was it Like, how did you start to see the potential in selling your art? Was it like, let me get it in front of them physically, or let me get a show? Or did you decide to go through the internet and let me just post my art and see if I can make sales on the internet? What was your thinking in terms of how am I going to create an income?
Yeah, us as artists, we always try to find some ways, right? Some ways to like exposure our art, to make sales, to like to exposure ourselves. And I would say what's the most important thing for an artist is personal branding. So people nowadays don't buy art for the art. You can just make AI art for the art, just put everything you want and to get it in a second and print it out. So people buy art for the name of the artist. So that's the main thing that artists should focus on, their personal branding. And that's what sells. Not you making sales, but your branding kind of allows you to make sales. Because if people like you, they'll be buying your art. Sometimes to support you. Like I've got a lot of collectors who bought my art just to support me. It's not that they got like a lot of money and that it's not that like this art right now hangs on their walls, but they got my art just to support me. I think it's amazing thing. A lot of people buy art because they like my personality. It's like one artist said, "Well, I bought that art because I could afford it," and I kind of there was something, some. I think it was an art with a cauliflower or something like that. And he said, "I hate cauliflower, but I love Ebabur." So I could afford that art at that point and I bought it. So people not necessarily like your art, they can like your style, but they can buy art that like they don't necessarily even kind of like they like a person, they buy into a person. So that what every artist should kind of look into, to show yourself as a real person, because we are not like AI, we are real as can be. And people look at you, especially like me showing my process of like growing, because I haven't got that like that education in those colleges, art universities, but I'm not afraid to show my progress, show how I grow, show what I do, show the process of my work. People connect to it. Like they can be a part of this like creation of culture. That's like a magic thing, especially those who cannot create themselves, or those who can create themselves. They connect to this process. And when I started to do music, the first time I performed was at my solo exhibition. I sang for like 6 months, and obviously I've been not singing very good at that point. And even right now, like I know I do a lot of like mistakes and everything. I can hear it, but that doesn't stop me from singing, because I know that people like seeing progress. They can hear me now. They can hear me like could hear me 2 years ago, and they see how I grow, and that resonates to them. And it also shows them that they can start doing something they've never done before. Like at any age, it doesn't matter when they start. That if they want to do it, they can do it anytime, and they need to do it, because no one but you can chase your dreams. No one but you can make what you want to do. So you gotta start doing what you want to do. Never too late. It's time right now, today. Just make little steps. You will not get like results as like someone who's like famous the same day, and you might never even get to it. But just do it for your own pleasure, for your own growth. It's an amazing feeling. So I inspire people to do that.
That was fucking great. You're right. I was doing this show for a long time, and only so many few people mention about how important the branding for an artist is, and especially about you. You know, they how they a lot of times they will support you because of who you are. And I got first chance to see you. Something that I found very interesting was it seemed like it's, a lot of times we're in spaces together. A lot of times we're it's the internet, right? You're at Siberia right now, and it's worlds apart, halfway around to be honest, on the opposite end of the world. So a lot of times we depend on the internet to connect us to others. But when you see all these people that you've met in real life, per se, the first time I met you, well, when I came to not well, when I met you, but then when I came to see your exhibition at Cowboy Tom's, I also got a chance to meet Mike from Meta Rides and Goof, and then it's the person becomes real, that not internet anymore. Um, what's that feeling like? Because for me, it was like something amazing when the internet world became the real world, and just you had exuding so much positivity, meeting all of us who had the first chance to meet online, which I always say, if yes, we met on a show, but that's not like meeting you in person. What are your thoughts about that?
Oh, I think it's a magic feeling. For me, I think that nowadays we live like in a very magical world. Nowadays, technologies, like right now, I'm on the other side of the world meeting you here. It allows us to connect to each other. Isn't that like magic? And after meeting you here on the show, after speaking to you in X Spaces, I can actually come and meet you live. And it's like dreams coming true. That I don't have any other words for that. It's dreams coming true because you first connect to people, you feel like it's interesting for you to talk to them, interesting for you to interact with them. And when you actually meet them live, it's magic in the making. No other description. It's such a great feeling. And notice that it wouldn't be possible with these technologies. So wherever people say like, oh, it's still like internet, it's not like real life, it leads you to a very, very real life meeting the people someday. So it wouldn't happen with with all of this. We're living in a magical world. Like several years ago, that wouldn't be possible. Can you only imagine that?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I finished.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's what's the? I wouldn't know any of you guys if it wasn't for X and Spaces. You guys would just be random profiles on the internet. Who knows if we would ever cross paths? But I think Spaces is what really brought a lot of people together. Never mind X. How did you stumble upon X and digital art and NFTs and digital collectibles? Like how did you get introduced to that?
Well, we heard all of those news like that digital art is sold for millions of dollars. Wow.
Ah,
So at
the
some point,
people
I
the
got like
people
this
say.
from here, this from there. And then I got like a chance to explore it myself. I got actually into NFTs at the very end of this bull market. So I got a little bit like of this like tail when people still bought art just because like they had a lot of money and they could like just buy it. Like you could like talk to a person and then you got your art. So that's what we don't see nowadays. And it was a great feeling when you actually like people don't know you, and they just like talk to you for a minute or two, like they hear you speak, introduce yourself, and then you sell something. That was at the very start. It was the beginning of 22 when I got into it. So yeah, I made some collections on first on OpenSea. That was the most popular and the most like easy to get into platform. And after that, I explored like other different platforms. And so yeah, NFTs is just another way to connect to people, I would say. And yeah, when you're in those like X spaces, that's what uh, actually NFTs me brought me to Twitter, to like what now is X. And at that point I thought like, oh no, just another social. I already have like those Instagram and all of those like Telegram channel, and in Russia we have VK, and I have both like English, both Russian. No, another one, why would I need it? And it was a life changer, because the format of audio rooms, when you actually talk to people, it is amazing, because when you talk, you can feel who is real and who is not. You cannot feel that when people just type to you. Those connections that we got, they are real. They are real. And especially when we come into New York and making them even more real. But those audio format of spaces, of those audio rooms, it's amazing. It's just everyone should experience those. And you can connect to people that you actually resonate with. That's also a good thing. There are hundreds of rooms, but you go into like the spaces, but you go into those where you like people there, and you have the whole world to choose. Like, you're not limited to your city, where like, oh, I'll go to that place and maybe I'll find someone that I connect to. You're like, the whole world here. Find Europe, Asia, America, everywhere, Africa, Australia. Magic what we've got nowadays. Use it. Use it to your own purposes.
Okay, so your energy is unmatched, Ebabur. Um, but you know what? I learned that from the minute you were on the community show with Linked by Art. I just, you came on and you could just sense it. You could feel the energy as you were talking about your work of art and everything that was taking place. There's 50. I remember I probably said that. I said 15 minutes is going to go super fast. Wait and see, right? And now, would you believe that an hour just passed by like that? Um,
Already an hour. An hour of power. Yoo-hoo!
yeah, an hour of power already. Okay, so eventually, let's see. I want to start making our way over to the computer, maybe in a few minutes, so we could bring up some of your files and your art. Um, your art now, I feel, is evolving into motion. Uh, it has motion to it now. Small little clips, but not only that, but you're applying your music on top of your clips. Um, I could think of a few people who have also. I'm not if you're familiar with Fa Fidel's art. Um, it's a watercolor, water painting, and then from there, she's animating on After Effects. From there, applying her piano music behind it, and now I'm starting to see your art. I was used to the paintings and the still art, but now your art's starting to evolve into motion and and music as well, and your music behind your art, which works beautifully for social media and social media posting. Um, Yeah, why don't you talk a little bit about the evolution? Is it was that inspired by seeing others' art, or was it something that you just had in mind? And I'm also kind of curious about maybe some of your inspirations in the art space. Um, but you know, it's your art started here, right? Which probably still branding, painting, right? And but now it's evolved into motion, and then of course you had the music as well, and now the combination of the music and all of this is starting to come together and create a completely new, different style of art. Um, and so I would love for you to talk about that as maybe one of the last things that we touch on before we start introducing everybody to some of your art. Um, but was that something that was always like in your mind that you were going to do? Or was it something that kind of happened along the way as you got to see other people's art and things of that nature?
Um, I would say that I've always liked to um, do one idea in different, implementing it in different variations. So for example, I did graphic, and then I've made sculpture also in the same. It doesn't have to be the same. For example, I had um, graphic where there was like, it's called falcon, where there's a guy sitting and there's falcon in the sky. And when I made a sculpture, I put this falcon on his elbow, because like in ceramic sculpture, everything has to be like in one piece. So, and thinking like of some ideas and putting in some different things, when I started to do animations, is wow, I can also add movement, and it adds another layer. So the same idea, I could make like a physical art and also make like an animation of it. And that was like a great thing to do. Then I started to make
How, how,
poetry, like like
how did you animate?
I animate. It's like layer by layer. I draw it all. I'm in control of everything.
So After Effects or something different?
No, Procreate,
Oh,
Procreate.
Procreate. Okay, okay. Oh, I didn't know Procreate animated as well. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just curious that, but go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt your flow.
Yeah, yeah. Then I started to do. I started to actually, at first, I started to find some poems, some sayings of famous people, and like going with my art. And then I understood that like I can't find what I want. And I started to write on my own. And it was like, wow, that's also a great thing. Uh, Poems going with my art. And then after I started to like sing and did that, like I understood that poems already come in my mind with music. So yeah, I started to kind of sing it and offering these ideas to my collaborants, to producers. We started to make songs of that together. And so my first songs would start as like to my existing art and my existing animations. And nowadays, it probably more often starts with a song, and then I already make art for it. So it's like vice versa. But all of my music has my art to go with it. That's always. And a lot of my art has like some poems or music to go with it. Yeah.
What up, Big Money? I see you out there. The cowboy hat is sitting inside. Um,
But
s- so what you're saying is, and if I'm getting this correctly, the music is now becoming the inspiration
у меня не скоро кончится, но
behind the
погоди,
art, and the art is actually
погоди сюда.
becoming the music video almost.
No, it's a different thing, because like the animations I make, they are short artistic animations. They're not meant to be like the music video, because for the music video, like for clips, they should like entertain you through the whole song. But this one is like an art itself, like sufficient for example, it's like 10 minutes animation and it loops. So like the first time you see it, then the second time you see some other details of it. So you need like several times to watch it, and that's why I usually use those for like the whole song. But it's not meant to be like as a music video itself. So, but it's like it's kind of art and music, and it's all the same idea of it. And but when you listen to the music and you watch this art, and for example you got to watch me perform or something like that, it's just gives you like affects you from different sides, I would say, gives you a wholer experience of consuming this idea.
Did you you ever have the thought that maybe you could actually create a full blown animation with a song, almost
Yeah,
like?
just a second, I'll answer my daughter who's behind the door.
Sure, sure,
Мариш,
sure.
быстренько,
What up, guys? I see you out there. What up, Big Money? What up,
говори
Hammer?
быстрее. Идти сейчас на тренировку, а я приеду и заберу тебя. В 11:30 заканчиваешь, и там сдаешь все, что надо. А я приеду, как только у меня закончится здесь. А ты идешь, я все анализы, ой, в смысле, направление и пеленочку я возьму.
What up, Goalie? What up, Prism?
Вань, ну скажи, что это было? Что?
I see you guys.
Тренировка у тебя на выше роллеров. Что ты обычно берешь на
It doesn't get any more realer than live. So everybody gotta have a little patience. That's all.
Как у меня закончится, так приеду, но это будет до 11:30. Потому что в 11:30
And if you guys have any questions for Ebabur, drop them, and we will ask them when we start to move over to the computer. Which, you know what, might be a good time to start moving there now.
Ну все, ты же знаешь, где шлем, бери. Все, что нужно для роллеров, бери. Все, я приеду к тебе. Я приеду, как освобожусь. Yeah.
You all right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start moving over to the computer to show you tracks, and everything. But before I do, what I was asking was, did you have the thought, or do you believe, or maybe not? Maybe it didn't happen yet. But I think that you could actually possibly use your art to animate. I have a whole animation behind the song, and not looping, but you know what I mean. Like there's been plenty of
Yeah, I
times.
think, yeah, I know what you're speaking about. The thing is, like, the animations that I make, they're very time consuming. I kind of made the animations that are not looping, but they use a lot of elements that are still looping within it. So it's like not like the whole like animation, because it would take me like I don't know, several months to make it. I don't want to do that. To be honest, to spend like a whole like several months
Well,
on doing.
well, you said you paint very quickly, so this sounds completely opposite of that. How long does it take you to create an animation? And while you talk, I'm gonna move over and we're gonna start bringing up some of your art and songs. So, what's the average time span of a animation that it takes, Ebabur?
It depends on an animation, how long it is, how well it kind of is made in my mind before I start it. Uh, and for some animations that are like award winning, that lasts for like 20 seconds, for example, or something like that, it can take up to 3 weeks in total to create it. So it is quite it's not that I'm doing animation all the time, but I have a lot of responsibilities. I'm like a full-time mom. I'm not a full-time artist. So art is something that I'm doing, art and music in my free time. So up to 3 weeks, and it's not that I'm doing any
Wow.
national.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I could see where um, the time would come in on that as well. Also, I have animated. Um, we got Goldie here with us. Goldie says hello. We have Prism. Prism says hello as well. Says
Hi.
super smart and excellent web designer. Saying hello. Over on Facebook, we got a couple people saying hello. What's up, Mike? I see you guys out there. Okay. What do we want to do? I want to close this up and I want to lower this. Give me 1 second to close this up and move this over. You did before the show. You sent me some files, and I'm gonna bring. I think I have those files open. Yes, I do. Not only that, but I do want to show some of your art as well. So give me a second while I set everything up here. What's the matter here? Oh, I know where you are. Oof. How many windows do I have open? All right, there we go. I got so many windows open, and I don't know how that happened, but tell today was a busy day. Okay, let's bring you up on X first. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay, Ebabur. I have your X open. I also have your link tree, but I have a whole file of folder of. I have a whole file of um, songs and animations. And where would you like to start? Because I know you sent me a very specific bunch of pieces. So you guide me and tell me where you would like to start. I know you also want to sing as well to some of these animations. So you tell me where you want to go from here, and I'll bring it up for you.
I There's a song that I usually start with. I start with it my concerts. So wherever I'm supposed to, people supposed to hear like a lot of my songs. I It's my favorite to start, and it's actually the first song that I learned play on guitar, on the song of my own. So it's called "For You," and that's what I would love you to pull up first.
Okay, let's open for you.
So this song is in Russian, and it's I would say it's addressed from a man to a woman, and it's called "For You," and it says that this sun, the sky, this sea and its waves, this it's all for you, and these birds are flying and singing songs with you, and I would give it all for you to you. I would find it all for you, and I will go to the edge of the world to find the flower, the only flower just for you. So that's what the song is about.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to play it on guitar, so you can launch the files. You will be able to see the animation. I think there's also a process of creation of physical art also in that file. So yeah, enjoy.
Okay,
I'm ready.
go ahead.
Эти горы, эти реки, это солнце и лучи, эти птицы, эти звери, эти скалы, эти грозы, эти тучи, это море и прибой, эти птицы поют песни и летают с тобой. Я тебе их подарю. Для тебя я их найду. Я пойду на край земли для тебя и найду тебе цветок для тебя. Я тебе их подарю. Для тебя я их найду. Я пойду на край земли и найду тебе цветок для тебя. Тот единственный цветок для тебя. Эти горы, эти реки, это солнце для тебя. Эти птицы, эти звери, это море для тебя. Поют песни для тебя, для тебя. Thank you.
Hey. I did. I had a question for you. You mentioned that there was a guitar. You said it was sitting in my room. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me switch the camera so it doesn't feel like you're talking to an empty chair here, and you can see me. All right, here we go. Much better. You said that guitar, piano, but there was a guitar sitting in your room. Well, what was the guitar doing in your room? Where'd you get it from?
It came with my husband. He had a guitar, cool Spanish guitar, and he even played a couple of songs to me back, like when we met, and then that's it. That was it.
I got it. So we got Josh is keeping an eye on the show, and he's a huge guitar guy. So he was taking notice of your guitar. Okay, Ebabur, where are we going from here?
I think that you can play some of my songs, like Venus, that came out recently on Spotify and all musical platforms. It's my collaboration with an amazing artist and producer, musician from USA, from Nebraska, and I'm very proud of this collab. His style is like he writes electronic music, and when I heard it, and I thought, and when we were speaking about collab, I thought, oh, I'll listen to your music. I'm like flying in the space. So I offered him to do this space theme, and we have made um, Venus that's released, and Jupiter that's coming soon on all music platforms. So let's start with Venus.
All right. Let's bring up Venus. Now I have an MP4, and then I have the song. So let's see. Okay, give me problems. Let's close this. Question. Physical or digital, or are they completely different? What do you prefer?
Oh, I like both. They are both
Oh, you can't answer.
my
You only. Oh, no, no. I'm not gonna let you off the hook that easy. You got. You.
There are things that I very much like in digital, and there are things that I very much like in physical. So when creating digital art, it allows me to try different things with being able to undo things, and me especially doing very bright art and always trying to keep those bright colors very balanced with each other, looking harmoniously. It's not an easy thing because bright colors, they're like screaming to each other, and to keep them harmonious, it's like a thing that I love to do, but it's not an easy thing. That's why you will see that many artists do like use little colors, because like doing black and white always looks stylish, like black and white photography, for example, or black and white art, always stylish. Don't need to do anything to that. It will always look good. Black and white and one color will always look good. It's just stylish by definition. But adding more colors, it's actually not many people are doing that because it's not easy. And that's what I love to do with my art, and that's what like digital art allows me, because I can try different combinations of composition, of colors, and like I can draw several lines, and then I see which one is correct, and then just erase the other lines. So that allows me to simply do that, and that's why I love digital art. um, I get the combination I love, and I get the lines I love. Just make them like perfect in my mind. Whatever I want to do, I do there. Physical is much different because I use acrylics usually nowadays, acrylics on canvas or acrylics on paper, and I try to keep them kind of as clean as possible. So I don't like to do like changing, because it's just adds some dirt on work. And that's why I kind of, a lot of times I first do it digital, and then I use it as a reference to make a physical. And I try to do it like as clean as possible, using as less strokes, as less lines as possible, to keep it fresh, to keep it clean, to keep it just like just airy, so you can like feel the energy of it, not painted over painted, changed over changed. And that's a cool thing, because like you make this stroke and it starts to live its own life. You don't control it anymore. It is the way it is. That's it. For some art, I had to do it several times all over. I remember there was an art that I make, like the third one that I only loved, and I, well, I didn't throw it away. It's still somewhere in my closet, but I didn't like the first versions because you already put everything, but the last lines, the very last part of the process, you make the line and you don't like it. You wanted it to be different, and you cannot do anything with it. It's already there, unchangeable. So I had to start all over again, and I started all over, and I did like three paints, and the third one I liked, and I left it. So that's physical art, and it's precious in it, that it's something that is there and you cannot change it. That's it. It's also magic. Gotta have some skills to make it right. Yeah.
Do you feel that uh, working on digital helps when you're creating? I mean, because you mentioned that you sketch it out in digital first and then go to physical. Do you feel that the having, well, everybody knows, right? Like you're not wasting paint. You don't have to go over stuff. You make a mistake, you could just erase it. Obviously, a lot more convenient on digital. But do you feel that the digital helps you when it comes to, creating on physical in any way?
Yeah, a lot of times, yes. It's just A lot of times I kind of put my idea that's in the head is some a lots of times it's just an idea. It's not that kind of precise. It's not that formed, because when you start you can think of one thing, but when you start to put things down you're like, oh no, it's better to make like this, not like this one it doesn't work, but this one works well. So you put it into kind of into life on digital form first, and then you can put it in physical, like it's a also it doesn't have to look like that digital even, but you can use it's just like a reference to your idea.
Ebabur, your Instagram is popping. You have a lot of art. I was not aware of any of this, and
Oh.
this is why you don't really know somebody in a community. Like, met you and we spoke about one piece of art, but I did not realize. And now I'm starting to see your branding that we're sitting over here talking about. Um, and you have some good stuff going on your IG. And you were only going to try and what? Slide these 3 or 4 pieces of artwork by me. But while I'm talking to you now, I'm scrolling through your IG, and you have a lot going on. Um, what are we playing next? And then I'm going to come back to your IG while I have more questions for Ebabor. And now your brains are really starting to show, because the smartest thing I've heard on this show was about branding yourself as an artist. Um, and I don't see I artists love to create, but they don't think about that part too much, their brand. And it was very interesting what you said about how people would rather work with the brand than pay attention to the art. And I can't tell you how true that is, because I remember how everybody wanted to work with question mark. Everybody wanted a question mark, a question mark, a question mark, because I had gotten the brand popping and very popular. They could give a shit less how good the photos were, if they were even good at all. They just wanted a photo with a question mark on it. And even when I told them, like, nah, I'm not gonna put I paid you because I want the photo with the question mark on it. All right, no problem. I'm gonna put it right there. This is not normal, but no problem. If anybody gives you shit, let me know, and I'll make sure I get you a photo without the. I don't care. I want it with the branding on it. And you're right. It was they were very concerned about having the brand on the photo. Um, what are we playing next?
Yeah, we're gonna play Jupiter, but before you do, I want to say that we can see that, like, Malevich with his black square, it's totally branding. Like, there were black paintings before him, there were black paintings after him. Also known, like it's a known history. But why he sells it like for millions of dollars? Because he's a brand. That's the only reason. The same with like Gioconda, Mona Lisa. I truly believe that it's not like the best art in the world, but it's the name of Leonardo da Vinci, his brand, that brings so many people towards it. So that's personal branding, the power of it. People are ready to see good in everything that has a good brand. It's also like affecting minds, because I'm sure there were also many artists who were like not less good than Leonardo da Vinci or like Rembrandt, anyone, but they just don't got their names popped, and don't have like their branding
They
that
they didn't
marketed, well marketed.
they didn't have Instagram either.
Yeah, nowadays we're lucky if like Van Gogh had to die in poverty, we can expose our art to many people, sell it, sell clothes with our art, sell our art. And as like you mentioned, how do like I struggle with selling, I consider that actually, especially physical art, it has a tremendous energy into it. And when it hangs at someone's wall, It spreads this energy every day. Like it's having a good art on your walls can be a life changer to people. If you haven't tried it, try it with not like just the AI image printed, but with physical art of some artist. You will see how amazing it is to have physical art in your home and how it's like an energy flowing, filling your space. And it will be the life will be very different in living this, like, especially like positively, something that resonates with you in a positive way. It will just affect your life living in this, or like in empty walls, or in some prints that are good with your furniture, it's also good, but something real changes it. It's a life changer. Try it. And having your art hanging on someone's walls is also an amazing feeling. And yeah. Jupiter is another song that I'm doing with the same person. It will come soon on all platforms. Don't have the date yet because having some, yeah, some the problems with with the platform. Here in Russia, we may have a bit more obstacles than you there in the US, but we are overcoming it and making it available for the whole world. So I hope that you enjoy that, Jupiter.
And I got, I'm gonna. You tried to slide like 5 songs by me, and you did. You mentioned. You just mentioned. You said it once about sculptures, and now I gotta go dig. And when I dig, that's when I see the big picture. And you're a very talented woman. Um, now I understand. You just see, you don't talk about any of this shit when we're hanging out. You just
That makes a better effect because when you discover it yourself, it's much better than when I speak about it, right?
yeah. You're a typical artist. You don't sell yourself. You didn't say nothing. You just got me walking around New York and just right? And you don't tell me about your art. You didn't tell me about your sculptures. And now I'm seeing sculptures. I'm seeing all of your marketing and branding. And now I could see the full picture. I don't ever have the full picture until I have to go digging, and I'm going digging now. Okay, here we go. Let's bring in Jupiter. Now your art makes a lot more sense to me. Um, your style, and now I could see it in your painting. And there's a lot of time and experience involved in all of your art. And if you would have, I would have never known that walking in the Cowboy Toms and just seeing a couple paintings on the wall. I didn't know nothing about you. Um, and the 15-minute show, that didn't do you any justice. But as I'm flicking through, all right, let's bring up Jupiter. Let's bring up Jupiter's song now. Hang on. Now I'm seeing everything. Now I'm putting everything together. This is many years of art and many years of experience right now that I'm looking at. Yeah, thumbs up. But you didn't sell yourself, Ebabur. I had to go digging. All right, here we go. Jupiter, ready? All right. That is Jupiter. I'm gonna just click over here quick on Instagram and say hello. What up, Hito? I see you out there. I always forget that we're active on Instagram, and I always forget to say hello to everybody. Yeah, yeah. Lots of great advice. Lots of great advice. Um, yeah, going back to Hito's logo. Nobody understands why I get so excited and crazy when I see logos and branding, and because it is a big part of the art. Um, and it says that now the whole why it takes 3 weeks to create an animation. All of this makes sense now. Because I was saying to myself as the song was playing, and you have not only you have the work of art, but then you have the creation of the work of art. Not everybody just, where's she getting this from? But the branding, that's where this is all coming from. I'm surprised, Ebabur, how come you signed? Am I missing your signature somewhere on your
Yeah,
art?
it's on every art there's a little signature. It's E
Right.
and B, Russian B. It's a little bit different from English B, but it's on every art that I make somewhere hidden as a part of design. Yeah.
Okay, so now I have to find your logo because your logo keeps sneaking by me. Um, let's see, what else? The sculptures. How do you create these sculptures? Talk to me a little bit about these sculptures so I have some time to flip through all these years of experience that we're showing on IG right now. Clay?
Yeah, yeah, clay sculptures. Yeah, it's all ceramics. Um, ceramics is something that I probably started even earlier than kind of I got the style in ceramic, the style that I'm using now. Like long before that, I got my art style that I'm using now. So it kind of formed much faster in ceramics. And me being, as a mathematician, my major was geometry and topology, which is always also kind of like a 3D thing. So I always enjoyed making those 3D forms because in flat picture is one thing, but when you can actually go in third dimension, it gives you a superpower. So right now, you see, I like that's the third dimension in ceramics. Right now, I got like 10 dimensions, and like in terms of like poetry, music, all of the senses that I use. So I'm a multidimensional person trying to get it um, to my audience this feeling of like consuming it in multidimensional format. So yeah, sculpture is part of that. I love to do it. I don't do it as much of now because like I have so many things that I want to do, but I certainly do something every year before the um, International Siberian Festival of Ceramics. That's the place where I always present my my ceramic pieces and participate in it. And like at least once a year, I create 5 pieces for this festival. So yeah, that keeps me in shape. So I don't put it aside. Yeah.
We have so much going on here. Talk to me about the clothing, the bags. There's a reason why I never go. I used to go digging into people's lives before the show, so that I would have I would be able to navigate the show properly, and I would be ready for anything, and I would know more about them. And then I stopped doing that because I found that it took away the genuine um, like surprise when it comes to learning about somebody. Because I feel like when you move, we could sit and talk, but when you see it and you start to put it all together, it makes a lot more sense. I never look at I never go digging in anyone's life until we get onto the show now, because it creates a much more genuine response, I feel. And now I'm looking at all your logos, your branding, your folders, your business cards, your art, how you apply your art to a lot of this, a lot of other people's brandings and business cards. And yeah, wow, you very talented, Ebabur, very talented. A lot of experience here. Um, Talk to me about the clothing, the bags. Why is that so important?
Um, I After one of my exhibitions that I participated in, it was a group exhibition of the Union of Artists, Russian Union of Artists. I was noticed by a brand who offered me to make a contract. They wanted to make clothes with my art, and that's another thing why I speak like the what branding makes to you. It's not that some opportunities. It's not that you find them, but opportunities start to find you.
The diary. Did you punch the hole? Did you? Are you the one who decided to punch the holes in the diary?
What does it
Are
mean?
those holes Milka? The Milka Trade Diary. Are those holes, like when you open it up? Can you see through that? Is that the
Yeah,
page beneath it?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
You are
okay.
digging deep.
Yeah, yeah. This is good. This is good stuff. Yeah, I save a lot of times when I come across things that I find very unique. I save them. I have a whole folder of them down here. I save all. I got stacks of things that I really find interesting that catch your eye. Um, yeah, that diary. Good job on that. All right, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but the clothing, the bags, being very unique with the diary design, even though it's your art, but it looks like it was your art applied for someone else. But talk to me about the bags and the t-shirts, and why is that so important?
Yeah, so this brand offered me to collaborate with them and yeah, provide them my art, and they make those clothes, those bags, those um, hoodies, t-shirts, dresses, scarves, a lot of things. And nowadays it's sold in all Russia. Um, Websites like clothes websites that are like popular all over Russia, and all people are able within Russia are able to buy those. Like, like similar to like Amazon in the US, like on sites like that, and like special clothing sites. And I think that I have some. I would also say collectors who are not able to like afford my physical art, but they buy clothes with my art and they wear it proudly, I would say. And it's a cool thing because when you see it's like art going to the streets, to the people. It's not only in museums, but it's in daily life. And that's why I try to wear a lot of clothes with my art whenever I go on some like anywhere, concerts, exhibitions, wherever I go, I wear my art. And a lot of people notice it. They say, "Oh, I love your T-shirt," for example, and I say that it's my art on it, and it's a conversation starting. So, and that's how you can get like collectors. And it's not only collectors that buy your art. For example, one thing I got, like, people liked my art and they made a book with illustrations for this book as my art. Like, they took my art as illustrations for that book, and it was also like a good check from them. So it's not certainly that you as an artist get money for like your art. it can be like some side products that also uh, are appreciated by people, and um, they can make you sustainable.
I see. Yeah, you're a big mystery. I had no idea. I was how many awards?
More than 20 awards at international
Yeah,
exhibitions.
when you first said that, I thought like your awards were you winning like NFT contests or something. Yeah,
No,
no,
no, like
now I know
Russian,
where you're.
just like to you to understand, like Russian Art Week, they claimed I don't like every year, but one year I looked. Actually, it's in Moscow, and I was not able to come there myself because I'm like thousands of kilometers from there, and 12,000 participants from more than 30 countries. Uh, and getting first place there was quite amazing. Four times. Microphone is like, oh, what? Yeah, I hope that you can still hear me. Um, yeah, so it's like last year I didn't get that award like Russian Art Week. I was the third place, not the first place, but this year I got back into the first place on the Russian Art Week event. Big one. They have a space of 3,000 square meters.
Okay.
It's like a huge event. They put art all over with those like uh, like walls they put in between, and they put art on it. So it's like a huge place. Yeah. So you're back.
Yeah,
Good.
you Russians, man, you sneaky, sneaky. I had no idea. I'm trying to figure out where all these awards came from, and now that I'm looking at everything, I know exactly where they all came from. That was excellent work. I don't know what company it was. It was the Big H. It was cut out in the notepad. It had the piece of
It's,
artwork.
to be honest, it's not an H, it's a Russian N. It's Novosibirsk State Art Museum. State Art Museum. It's a like a fancy organization. I made a whole branding for them. It was a very versatile branding. I made several variations for different directions that they had, like for kids direction, for science direction, for art direction. It was a huge project. And nowadays, when I go to the city and see this branding on the museum, I'm like, oh, I created it. So nice.
Yeah, you're very good at branding. Excellent. I mean, really high end branding. Um,
Thank you.
you're welcome. You can see that right away. And it's very rare when you see someone who can tie it all together. Your envelopes, your business cards, the pads, the calendars. You really know how to like bring the whole project together. That's very rare. I rarely see that when it comes to branding.
I'm a professional in that.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't know any of this about you because you don't talk about fucking artists, man. Uh, and I know because I don't talk about anything that I do either. But if you ask me, I'm like, yeah, I did some stuff, you know. So I get it. But yeah, seeing it all now. All right, what else are we playing for everybody?
I think I'll play on guitar. Life goes on.
Okay. Life goes on. Let's bring this up.
That's an award-winning animation there. So hope you'll enjoy.
I'm trying to sit here and figure out what you're winning awards for. But now that I'm getting to know you, I know why you're winning awards. Um, and you did not share any of this with me as we were walking around the city. Okay, you're up. Go ahead.
Life goes on.
this animation, the cycle of life, huh?
Yep. Life goes on.
I uh, I see so many different styles over the years, but now that I'm seeing everything, um, I see so many different styles of. Yeah, I this wow. I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad it happened this way because this is like you caught me off guard. I didn't know what to expect. I'm like I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but your Instagram and yeah, yeah, okay. Um, Now I see the digital iPad and how much, especially um, how much experience you have. Uh, you didn't create all of that logo stuff. What Photoshop?
Well, yeah, some of those programs, yeah.
You didn't do any of that in Procreate,
No, and not like at that time, not long
right?
ago. Yeah.
Illustrator at all, or
Yeah, Illustrator, Coral Draw,
oh, Coral
Photoshop.
Draw, really? I haven't heard anybody bring that program up in a long time.
It's
Um,
it's quite popular here in Russia. At least it was some time ago when I was doing it. So every printer required it in Coral Draw. Well, not every, but many.
Yeah, Coral Draw was a very big program back in the day. Um, it was either Corel Draw or Photoshop or Illustrator. I was
Hmm.
Photoshop and Illustrator.
Hmm. Yeah.
What other programs do you know?
No, let's not get into that.
Uh, are you after? Do you know After Effects?
Yeah, of course. I used to like do a lot of things. I used Flash. My first animations were in Flash back in the days. Oh my gosh, I love that program. I made
Flash.
like a
Wow.
book turning pages. It was like long time ago before everything. It
do
was
you do you re-
another
do you
another
remember
period of time.
Flash websites?
Yeah, I've made some of those. Of course, I remember.
Man, there was some Flash websites that would blow me away. The whole entire site would have to load, and it would always have an animation in it, and you click on but oh man, you're bringing back memories now.
Yeah, that's why I said let's not deep into that.
Yeah, the mathematician now makes sense because now I'm seeing the mathematician in your art and your program knowledge. You must know a lot of different stuff.
I must, yes, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. You're
That's
very,
mathematician is a mindset. It's like not the knowledge you get. It's not only the knowledge you get. It's
that's
the
right. You
mindset.
must think very logically.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I know. I know. You make a lot more sense to me now.
That's the amazing thing about, I would say, not only a relationship between like an artist and his audience. It's like a human relationship when uh, you don't get to know like a person at once, but you get to know like step by step. And the more you learn person, you get into that person, the more you actually like them because you know more about them. I think it's an amazing thing in general.
I like the cow and the cat. Oh, see, now I understand your art much more. Because it's the yeah. I'm just gonna be quiet and
Well, I hope that after this show, many people will go to my like Instagram and also look into my art because you're expressing your personal feelings from that. So hope it will inspire someone to do the same.
Well, you know what? My impression of you here. This is. You want to laugh? my impression of you is you started painting in your relationship, and that didn't work out, and you didn't tell me anything about any of this other stuff. Um, and
Oh, I didn't say it didn't work out. I said that my relationship with my husband worked out for me for more than 20 years. It's just through time people change, and
well, no, that's not what
some
I meant.
people, yeah.
What I meant was that he wasn't a big fan of the art,
Well, that happens, yeah.
but I don't, that's no, and I mean your art says something completely different. So, and then on top of it, the only exposure I've had to your art was the canvases that I saw, and then the piece on the community show. I didn't know anything about any of this other stuff. Um, and I don't even remember you talking about it much on the community show. So I had to actually dig for this. And even in this show, you mentioned this stuff like, oh, yeah, sculptures. I did a few. Like, yeah, I used to do some branding. Like, you used to do some branding. Like, your brand looks like it's all over Russia. All right.
Again, to those who watch it, I'm still open for some artistic branding for big brands to make something that.
Let me tell you, you could help a lot of artists. Artists can learn a lot from you. Um, yeah. And I'm trying to ask you questions like what type of art? Oh, do a little something here and there. Worked with some paints
When
and some
when people
markers.
ask me when people ask me what style you have, I'm saying I have Ebabur style. I'm setting my own style.
Now I see your EB, your logo. Now I'm starting to see your EB. I see all your work on shirts. Now I understand the shirts and how you figured out the shirts. I thought like you just started doing art like 5 days ago or something. And nah, look at all this stuff and see if you just take the time to go to someone's Instagram. But I'm happy I didn't because this is the genuine, real reaction. Because I would have had this reaction and nobody would have ever saw. But it's very yeah, I'm impressed. Um,
Thanks.
what are some of your influences in the art world that um, influenced your art? I mean, was there anybody that really influenced the way you create, or is it all sort of just your style?
Uh, in if we're speaking of like big names, my favorite would probably be Picasso, and
I
um,
knew it.
it's
I could see it.
yeah, I kind of uh, maybe not even as much his art, but his style of like he transformed through all his art journey. He was not afraid of doing different things. That's what I admire about him, and he like did a lot of that. He worked a lot, so yeah, that's what I love about him. That he wasn't afraid of what people would think about him. He just kept on doing what he felt was right, and yeah.
You know how to apply your art to clothing very well. And
Well, designer size as well as well. Yeah, helps.
the pocketbook is good work. I think it's a pocketbook. Is that a pocketbook that I'm
I'm not sure what you're speaking
yeah,
about, but
I would have to never mind. When you go back and watch the show, you you'll see everything that I'm referring to. Cause
okay.
and I'll say this, you have done I don't even, I'm afraid to touch any of these links. I think we'll be here for another 3 days. Um, okay, you're on OpenSea, Solana, music, art portfolio. What's the art portfolio? What is this?
There are my works over there. You can go and
Oh,
see.
that's on Bitly. Okay, all right. All right. You did you don't have TikTok over there, do you?
No, I don't.
I know. Yeah, you got to figure out a way how to make that happen. I think that you're missing out on another 500 collectors. I think getting on TikTok would be a really good thing for you. You already have the media, and not only it's very rare when I see somebody who has a very good. Um, you did a great job on your gram. Um, yeah, there's a lot of experience in you. Now everything.
I've used to be a chief of design department. I know how to manage
Yeah, I mean,
things.
but
So
you don't talk about any of this. So how am I supposed to know any of this? So you guys in Russia like secrets. You like keeping secrets. You don't like talking about nothing. Uh, all right. What else do we have? Do we have anything? I know we have sandcastles, the ocean. You are the moon, on my way. What else do we want to play, Ebabur?
how much more time do we have?
Well, we're at 2 hours and 10 minutes, and I
Mhm.
know you have family, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. We can go for more time if you want. We could go for another 20 minutes, or we could start to wrap it up. It's up to you because I don't know how much time you have.
Yeah, like 20 minutes is okay.
Okay, okay,
But
yeah,
yeah, after that I have to go
yeah, yeah. We
and
can we can
take
make it a
care of
two
my
and
daughter. Yes. So yeah, some things planned with my kids. Um, let's move to Sand Castles. It's my collaboration with absolutely amazing singer and songwriter from Chicago, Bessie Mink. She's the one. I'm also in several of her shows on YouTube. It's called Music Train, and a very inspiring woman as well. I would say that she might have been the one who gave me like that very good kick in starting to create my own songs, because this song actually I sang it to her and she like said, wow, that's amazing song. So that's how we started our collaboration. So she picked it up and she added some of her part to my part. Then Songs of East Eden was the producer behind this song, and the work of three people uh, like led to an amazing result. I hope that you will love it. You all will love it as much as I do, because I love it. I love this song.
Okay, let's bring up sandcastles, right?
Right.
Okay.
I keep on building my sandcastles. Let ocean take down, wind blow them away. It's all up to you. I'll take the next plane there, 'cause I'm feeling it. I keep on building my sandcastles with you. Let ocean take down, wind blow them away. I'll build them again and again, again and again, yeah. I keep on building my sandcastles. Let ocean take them, wind blow them away. It's all up to you. I'll take the next plane there, 'cause I'm feeling it. I keep on building ocean take down, wind blow them away, build them again, again and again, yeah. I keep on building my sandcastles with you. Let ocean take down, wind blow them away. I'll build them again and again, again and again, yeah. Again and again, yeah. Again and again, oh yeah.
Lots of talent here tonight.
Yeah, as for more songs for today, I think that I'll play one on guitar and we will listen to one more. So the last one will be On My Way, and on guitar I'll play You're the Moon. So that would be the plan.
Also, we have to close, and on close, guest artist always picks the song. So I don't know if you want to sing us out, or you want to play us out, or you want me to play something and just go through your art on the way out. So you have to choose and let me know.
Yeah, the one On My Way can be a play out thing.
Okay, you're gonna play us out?
Oh, you will play
No, I'm
the
saying,
On My Way.
do you sing on that one or no?
That one is a song that you can play like Sandcastles.
Okay.
And
All
before we close, I can also play one more on guitar before
right, all right,
closing.
we'll do that. Let me just keep flipping, and then we'll do that. Then we'll close out the show, and then I'll end on for you. I'll let that play as I flick through your art. Uh,
The On My Way one, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh wait, on my way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, on my way. Okay. That's the one we're gonna end with. On my way.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You're are you training your kids? Do you have two little artists there? Have
Oh,
you?
they're not only artists; they are everything. Mathematicians,
Oh,
sportsmen.
you got them going in the math too.
Yeah, of course. They're good at school, good at everything. Learn English as well. So,
And
and also,
go ahead.
Max just brought me milkshake that he has made, banana milkshake. It was so nice of him. I already drank it all.
I now clearly see your signature, which is your logo.
Yeah, the more people get into like see more art of my style, the more they understand it, because like lots of times I don't make like the silhouettes really clear. I try to kind of use as less lines as possible to express what I want, and people who look like more and more of it, they see it like faster, I would say, see like the what I meant or what they want to see. So the more you study something, the more you see in it, right?
How did you get into the ceramics?
uh, as I told you earlier, I went to this kids art school, and there was also a ceramics class. And yeah, I even at some point I was even for half a year I was teaching kids to do sculpturing um, at some point together with like learning in the university. So they had a, what is it called, a pottery circle, or and I learned it all by myself. I made some like vases, pots on it, but then I got more into sculpturing
How
because
did
it
you cook
flicks.
them?
Oh, they have stoves.
Oh, okay, okay. So you made these there?
No, it was another city. Right now, I already like moved
Oh, I was gonna
since.
ask you. I didn't know if you had like a stove hidden in the back
I don't
room or
have it
something.
myself, but there are different centers, specialists that I just pay them to.
Oh, okay. I
Uh,
see it. I see it now. I see the. I see the oven now. As I thought maybe you had like the oven sitting next to you or something, like in secret.
yeah, that would be like they offered me to buy one. I said no, I don't do that much of of ceramics to have my own. That I can come and pay every time to you.
Okay, let's bring up that next song that you want to play.
Yeah, I'll play the on guitar. That
Okay.
it will be on guitar on my You're the Moon.
You're the moon. Okay. I'm putting it.
This is the song with like the history. Remember, I told you that when I went to my first vocal class, I had already like a plan to make songs of my own. So that's the song that I kept in mind for like many years, and the one I thought like exactly like I want to make that one, that art that I make, and the idea I have, I make a song out, want to make a song out of it. So after some time, I wrote the lyrics for it, and I already knew kind of how the chorus would sound. And after some time, I also figured out how like the all song will sound. So, and whenever I picked the guitar and was able to pick the chords myself, it was like a dream coming true for me that I could actually make something I wanted to come true. Yeah. So that's a special song for me. You're the Moon.
It's playing whenever you're ready.
Yeah, and it's dedicated to all of us because we all can shoot to the moon. Just a second. Алло? А, так, завтра. А у нас... Нет, подождите, у нас не завтра. У нас на следующей неделе мы записывались. Нет, завтра не придем. Мы на следующей неделе, наверное, у нас тоже есть запись. Спасибо большое. Мгм. До свидания. Yes, taking care of some medical stuff for my kids. You're the Moon is dedicated to all of us who can shoot to the moon. Each one of us is universe. Each one can shoot up to the moon. What are your dreams? Please tell me now. Then start to go, you'll reach them soon. Oh, you are the moon. You are the air. You are the stars. You are the universe. And if you're down, and if you're scared, just raise your hand. Look at the sky. No place for sadness and regrets. So raise your wings and fly. Oh, you are the moon. You are the air. You are the stars. You are the universe. You are the universe. And thank you so much.
All right. Okay. I'm going to leave this right here because we're going to come back and continue this. Do you have a personal website or no?
My art portfolio is one of them, and the other one is which I call roadmap in NFTs.
Oh,
So
look at all the physicals. Now I understand you much better.
that's so good. I'm so glad. I hope that our listeners will also understand me much better after this show. And thank you again for inviting me. It's such a pleasure to connect to you, connect to everyone. Um, I love meeting people alive, but when we don't have that opportunity, video is the closest thing that that is there. So very nice.
Okay, Ebabur, do me a favor. How can people reach out to you, find you, contact you? Let them all know.
I have a link tree on my X, which has all links there. So Twitter or X is where like I spend most of my time, to be honest. Where I'm more active, I'm always answering my comments. So if you want to talk to me, comment on my X posts. That's the best way to reach out. Instagram, the same thing. YouTube. Spotify and other musical platforms. I have a Russian Telegram channel, VK also in Russian, and WhatsApp stories. So yeah, I kind of I'm also on Snapchat. I think try to be in different places. So because different people are used to different platforms to consume, I think that each of them is able to pick at least one of those platforms that I have listed.
Okay, hang on. Give me a second. All right. So, guys, this is her X right here. On her X is her link tree. Like she said, this is her link tree. Her link tree will bring you to her X or Instagram, YouTube. This is her Telegram channel. There looks like there's two. This is her site map, which brings you to, I think, her website. Or no, that's download. No, here. Oh, there is. Oh, there it is. Wix. I like Wix as
The link to
well.
my art all the website is also on the link tree,
Okay.
and there are yeah
Um,
there.
I'm bringing that up. Oh, um, we have a list of the latest awards. This looks like her website as well. This is her OpenSea. You guys, I'll show her. Well, you know what? Let me open that up separately. This is her Instagram right here. So her Instagram is on here. You guys saw her Instagram. We brought up um, her X, and then also down here is her digital art. That's on Solana, on Object. I'm going to imagine this is okay. This is her, yes, Object. Okay, this is your Object, and then also Soul C. I don't know what that is. I have yet to come across Soul C, but this is her art on Solana. Okay, I think that covers everything. But the best way to get in touch with her is on her X or her Instagram. And then you want to see more of her art, you check out her link tree. Okay, give me 1 second. So I'll set everything back up, and then we will close out. You're probably going to see a black screen for a couple seconds. So hang on while I change the battery. But before I do that, I'm going to set everything back up. Double guest, full guest. Main screen, double vert. Okay, good. All right. Okay. All right. Let's get back. Finish this. Yeah. Okay. All right, Ebabur. Well, we just took a journey through your life, a 2.5, 3 hour journey, learning about you, and I don't think there's anybody more surprised than me. But what a fun ride, what a trip. So we already know one question. I was gonna say two more questions. I already know one question. We know what song we're ending on. But before we end the show, um, maybe you can take a couple minutes and leave us with some inspiring words for everyone out there. Yeah, why don't you? I'm just gonna let you go. Go ahead, do your thing.
What I want to say to everyone, no matter who you are, you're an artist, you're an industrial worker, whoever you are, just think of what you want from this life. Like if you have some dreams that you are like not implementing into life yet, then it's just the time to start. And also remember that everything, all the love that you can give to other people, it always starts with your love to yourself. You are, I truly believe that you're not able to love others fully if you don't love yourself fully. Accept your imperfections. That's the way you are, and you're human, and you're supposed to be this way. And if you are not happy with yourself, you will be always kind of picturing it on others, and others will suffer from it in some way, in one way or another. But if you accept yourself, you will find it much easier to accept others, and this way you'll be able to love them more and give show it more to them, and just be more patient with them. Just accept the way they are. So start with self-love, and don't forget to pay attention to yourself and to your dreams. The little steps towards it, if it requires like just making a little, like something a little sketch, a little reading a little book. I don't know, like maybe going to some platform and registering there. Do some steps today. Just uh, no one will else do it for you, and we don't know how much we have left on this time. So do it so you don't regret later on. Just start doing it, even if it seems for you to kind of like far away goal, like years from now you will regret if you didn't start today. So start today and go forward and just be happy. If you're happy, you're able to make others happy too, and let's spread it as a virus. You're happy, you make others happy, they make others happy, and the whole world gets happier. I truly believe that a lot of wars wouldn't start if people spread more love to others, just showed some attention to some people when they needed it. And a lot of people need that. So let's start from ourselves and spread it towards the world. Less suicides, less diseases, less everything bad, more everything good. So go for it and just do it. Yeah, that's my call to action.
Okay. Um, Ebabur, I want to say thank you for spending some time with us, coming on the show. It's about 3 hour show. 3 hours went very quickly, and it
Very
was
quickly.
it it was a pleasure getting to know you better and getting to know your art better. Yeah, it makes a lot more. You make a lot more sense to me now than you did when I had met you at NFT NYC. Your art makes a lot more sense to me, and I'm glad we could get that cleared up because you were a little bit of a mystery, but now I realize how much experience and knowledge is in you. So I want to say that
Yeah.
it was a pleasure having you on the show, and thank you very much for coming on.
Oh, I want to say thank you to you for inviting me. For me, it was such a pleasure to to be in this show with you. To just, I don't know, it's so good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure. Elabor, I'm gonna I need to close out the show, and then we're gonna come back. Take me 2 minutes, and then you can wave goodbye to everybody, and then go do your thing. You don't have to hang out. Just give me 2 minutes to close out the show. I'll be right back. Hang on. Okay. So guys, that is Ebawar. And what a surprise. You never know. This is why I don't go through anybody's shit right before a show because I feel like the surprise would be ruined. But whew, um, what a lot of experience and what a fun show, especially getting to know her art. On that note, it's Monday night, y'all. That means tomorrow, Tuesday, Linked by Art. You could join me with my co-hosts Catalina and Sketch for tomorrow in Linked by Art space. I don't know what the topic is, but I'm sure Sketch has a good topic for us tomorrow. No community show this week, but next week something is brewing. What else? Friday, Ida. We have an Ida finalist guest. Um, I don't. We'll see Friday. I don't want to say their name wrong. So, but there will be an Ida show on Friday. Finalist from that contest with Linked by Art. Um, okay. And then, of course, TGIF in spaces. TGIF and Linked by Art are the only two spaces that I co host in, and probably the only two spaces you will find me in, unless I'm floating around in a One Love space with Chaz or something like that. But usually, those are the only spaces I speak in. On that note, I'll see you guys on Friday for HOP for the IDA show. And then also, I'll see you guys in spaces. It's Monday night. You have a whole week. It's a great week to create art. And I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in and joining in. And yeah, I'm going to shut the light off now. And we're going to get back there. We're going to say goodnight to Ebabur. Well, good morning was more like it because she's over there in Siberia. And so crazy. Usually Fridays, if you guys know, we do HOPE, which is East on Fridays, but not this time, which is what I was surprised about because Ebabur said, I'll take a Monday night. And I'm like, really? Is that going to work for you? And she said, yeah. That's a good time for me. That's morning. I'm like, where are you? In Siberia. So here we are. Okay, let me switch everything back. So, Ebabur, you are on screen, so just be aware that you're on screen. And, all right, let's bring up this song to close out. And I'm going to bring your IG back up so I can finish clicking through this. Okay, excellent. Ebabur, your last chance to say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye to everybody. I love all of you and enjoy the life. Be happy, spread this love, and let your journey in this world be amazing.
All right. For you, correct?
No, on my way.
Oh, on my way. I apologize. I don't know why I'm stuck on for you. Okay, on my way. I apologize about that. Let's bring that up. Oh yeah, before we hit this track and okay, before we play out, let's say goodnight to everybody and thank them for coming on here. Okay, Twitch. Nobody. One day we'll have a comment in Twitch. What about one day? YouTube. One day YouTube. One day. One day YouTube and Twitch. There'll be hundreds of people saying goodbye. Until then, let's trickle over the Facebook. Big Money, good to see you. Always a pleasure. Thank you for supporting. Come a long way, Big Money. We come a long way. One of the first people on the show. X, Goalie, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being part of the show. Prism, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being part of the show. David, thank you for being part of the show. Appreciate it. Gonna jump over on IG. Max, thanks you for being part of the show. Thuckabee, Nalia, Ukaswaka, Danielle, and Hido. I always call you Hido. Good to see you, Hido. Travis and Rohit. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you being on and thank you for being part of the show. All right, guys. Time to say goodnight, and we will see you all on the next show. Till then, I want you all to have a great week and create art. Okay. Good show, Ebabur.
It was so good.
And we'll see you guys on the next one. was a damn good show. See all you guys on the next one. Till then, peace. Ah, very good show, Ebabur. That was a big surprise.
Oh, I'm glad.
I used to always um go diving into people's lives and figuring out what exactly I need to talk about and things like that. But that was a very big surprise. I did not expect all of that. So you are a very talented and experienced woman. So wow, yeah, I would have never got all that from just knowing you and talking to you and seeing the paintings. I would have never guessed all this, but yeah,
That's why I leave those things. I make
yeah,
website, I
that's
make
right.
Instagram, so people can have different levels of how far they want to know me. So yeah, I
I
have.
never pay attention to social media. I never go on Instagram. Um, yeah, I never do, and I never look at anybody's gram. I never post. I probably should, but I'll tell you what though, you got to figure out a way how to somehow get over on TikTok. I think you have a big audience waiting for you on TikTok.
Oh my gosh, I don't know because it's just I tried so many things, like all advices from internet. They don't work. It just
VPNs, nothing
keeps
works.
saying that no for your region, like no, you can post no videos for your region. And even after being in New York and making it like my location is New York, like I don't know. So even using like uh, VPN based in New York, like without VPN, with VPN based in New York. I tried everything to like make my phone know that I'm in New York. Like it still says like no for your region you can't post videos. I don't know what to make with it. uh,
Maybe something on your phone. Maybe something like a SIM card or something. I don't know. Maybe like a.
I wasn't using my SIM card while in the US. I was on
And
Wi-Fi.
it's
Just
still picked up.
and I
That's
said no. Yes, it says no. Well, not. Uh, not a new region. And I have reinstalled it kind of to be fresh. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I tried so many
well.
ways.
I mean, it's too. I think Rama didn't Rama move back to Siberia too. She mentioned
No, she's in Turkey.
she's Rama's still in Turkey.
I think so.
I don't think
I
so.
haven't talked to her in a while.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
not sure.
she's back in Russia. Her whole time, I was gonna say, too bad she's not still in Turkey. I would have told her to do it, set it up for me. She would have been able to do it, but she's not. I think she's back in Russia. I think she's back in Siberia, actually. I think. I think. I'm pretty sure because she's on a completely different clock now. She's not on the same clock. So,
Mhm.
but
Yeah,
shit.
it was so great. Thank you for the amazing show. Now I have to run because we have to make some
Go. They're waiting
medical
for you.
with
They're gonna
my
be.
daughter.
Your daughter's
Yeah,
upset.
I
You
told
gotta
you.
go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have like surgery soon, so I have like a lot of stuff to be done by that time. So like, gotta run. And it was such a pleasure to be in your show to talk to you. You know how I love like speaking to real people, and yeah, it's the closest like video is the closest thing to speak to a real person. So it's such a pleasure. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It was a great show. I was very surprised. Um, yeah, with a lot of it. So it was a pleasure getting to know you even better. Wish I would have. Nah, I think it worked out just the way it was supposed to work out. But I would have never imagined like. So, you know, go take care of your kids. Thank you very much. It was a great show.
Yeah, it was so great. Thank you so much, and
You're
have a
welcome.
great night.
Have a great morning.
Yeah, yeah. Bye bye.
See you later, Ebabur.